Ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness. Oh my head can't take it no more. Oh my God. Welcome everyone to the one and only tonight. Oh, and all of my tick offness. Can I use that? That's how we us listen to it. I done heard all the noise all day. My phone been blowing up. My people just it's unbelievable to what I've been hearing this whole time. It's just people won't leave me alone. So I really didn't respond. I said I would save it all for the night. So here I am. I don't run. Here I go. Hello, everybody, listen to me. Please share. Please share tonight, because I'm going off tonight. I'm just going to tell you. I'm going off. All you fans, and look, and I wear my star proudly. I preface this whole thing tonight by telling you I'm a Cowboy fan. Been a Cowboy fan for a long time now. 4 years old. I'm almost 50. I've been a Cowboy fan since 4 years old. I'm about to be 50 in a couple months. Please understand. I don't care what y'all say. Tonight, I'm going to tick you off. Well, some of y'all not going to agree. I'm just not going to tell you that now. I'm going to tell you that now. These are my opinions. You don't have to agree with them. It's no problem. I don't have no problem with it. I'm just going to tell you what's on my heart. So whatever I say, it's going to sound like I'm not a Cowboy fan. That's what it's going to sound like. But I am. And it is what it is. So we're going to get the truth tonight, because I'm not playing around with what I'm thinking. I hope that you guys will share. I'll speak to you in just a moment. I'm coming. I hope you share. I see comments already. I haven't got to the comment section where I can see, but I see some comments already. So I know y'all on fire too. I know y'all. I know y'all. I know y'all. I know y'all. Let me see what's going on. Okay. I'm getting with it. Listen, I'm just share to your groups. We're gonna go and kick this thing off. All right. Let me speak to everybody before I get rude to everybody. It's tight. Woo! Let me ask you this, Ms. Town, on Podbean. You did not hear the opening music again, is that right? Let me know real quick. Did not. I have no clue. I have no idea what's wrong with the stuff here. Something obviously I've done wrong. I don't know. Can you hear this background music that's talking right now? Can you hear the music right now? That's playing in the background music. I'm on Podbean, you say. Okay. All righty. Well, I might have to figure that out later. But stay on Podbean, because I'm gonna make sure you get it all right. Let me speak to my people from wherever you are. Eastside Harold, the hater showed up. His team never wins, so he always want to show up for this. For the Cowboy talk, you know. All right, Greg, what's up? But Greg, just like me, we old Cowboy fans. Yeah, okay. He said my theory is they had a problem since '95. Hey, everybody coming in, what's up? Y'all speak to me, let me know you here. Joe said he been a Cowboy fan since Tom Landry days. Let me tell you, I'm getting very frustrated with my Cowboys, man. Everyone from Dak to the defense. Yeah, you know, hey, I love it. Y'all coming in with it's like both our teams. No, Eastside, don't try to put us. You won one game. See what I'm saying? I don't even know why you're here, but thank you for hanging. Eastside Harry, your team has won one game. We won 10. We're going to the playoffs. You're getting ready for the draft. It's a difference. See what I'm saying? Your whole organization is scouting players in the draft right now. My team is scouting players in the draft also, but we're getting ready for the playoffs. See the difference? We're scouting teams that we're going to see in the playoffs. You're scouting just players. You see what I'm saying? One game team. No, we're a playoff team. So I guess that's where I'll start. Thank you, Eastside, because you shifted. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the first thing we need to say, okay? Before I rip into everybody, the Cowboys have made the playoffs for 2 consecutive years. That is to be commended, considering the fact that we just don't go to playoffs consecutive years. We don't. Because of that, tonight, just for this moment, we have to give credit to Kellen Moore. To Mike McCarthy. He has turned the program around. We were inconsistent, 8-8, 9-7, whatever. Babe, Blue Star says, is it safe to say that we like our guys think, oh yeah, that's a problem. It's catching up now. Yeah, thank you, Blue Star. You know what time it is. Because obviously I ain't got to ask you. You thinking about, let me see. There's a possibility you thinking about cornerback position when you make this statement. That applies right now. Linebacker, with LVE being gone, that kind of fits that statement. Eastside, you ain't talking about nothing. At least we playing. You know what I'm saying? We got a team, y'all. Greg said you heard the news about Jalen's shoulder. Yeah, I did. And the Eagles, because of the game we lost, the Eagles really don't have to play Jalen Hurts. The game is really just a pride game. It's nothing that can happen if we beat the Eagles other than sending a message. That's it. Like, beat them and say, hey, in case we see y'all in the playoffs, please understand we coming for you. If we beat them Saturday, it don't mean, they just mean they got a 2-game lead. Right now they got a 3-game lead. We're not going to win the division. Back to what I was saying. Mike McCarthy deserves credit. He has took his team to the playoffs for the second straight year, other than the year that Dak got hurt with his ankle. This man has won double-digit wins. Got to give him credit. But he was doing that in Green Bay. He was winning in Green Bay, but he got fired. You understand? Hey, what's up, Cool? I thank you. We just talked about Jalen Hurts. Really, the Eagles don't even have to play. The loss yesterday pretty much, in my view, sealed the division. Is over, if you ask me. So the Eagles actually can get a little, Jalen don't have to play. It's no, why? It's a game that's, the Cowboys win. It just, it's a pride game. They beat us without Dak. You need to beat them without Jalen Hurts. See what I'm saying? So if they play, fine. It's a big game because the Cowboys don't need to get into a losing streak. Just in case y'all don't know, we lost to Jacksonville. Got the Eagles coming up. Then we got Tennessee. And it's just as yesterday proved, and the week before with Houston, it makes no difference about the records, y'all. It makes no difference. It makes no difference because the Cowboys find a way to keep teams that don't belong. They keep them in the game to the end. Yesterday was just a flip of Houston. We very well could have lost to Houston. We just didn't make the play against Jacksonville yesterday. Obviously, and we lost. So here come Philly, and then we got Tennessee. And like, well, Tennessee ain't doing nothing. Y'all almost forgot. We can't stop the run. Y'all do know who Derrick Henry is, right? Oh, okay. Let me get to this because I got a lot to say. Number one, I gave Coach McCarthy credit, but now I gave him credit for getting double-digit wins. getting into the playoff. Hey, can't argue with that. 2 consecutive years. We're not used to that in Dallas over the last few years. Needs to be commanded. However, let's get the real big picture out. Number one, ladies and gentlemen, I'm ticked off. And sooner or later, y'all, we got to get to the point. See, there's groups of Cowboy fans that they're categorized. 2 in particular. We have the optimistic Cowboy fans. Hey, Jim. Hey, appreciate you, man. Way to come back to the show. We have the optimistic on Jim Shoe on Podbean. Appreciate you, man, coming in. We have the optimistic Cowboy fans. All right. They're optimistic. They believe, they believe in everything. Some say Super Bowl. Some say, playoff. They never say we sorry. They never look at the Cowboys as it is. They look at the Cowboys as they want them to be. That's the optimistic fans. Then we have fans like me who flat out will call it like it is. That's what I do. And it don't mean I ain't no Cowboy fan. It just means if it's a duck, if it walks like one and talk like one, it ain't no kangaroo. It's a duck. That's what it is. I call it like it is. I'm getting ready to just go off because I'm seeing the same things that I've been seeing for the last 3 years. It's coming right back. Everything is coming right back to square one. We almost, hey, Haracho, I don't know what update you're looking for, but just tune in. I'm beyond the loss now. I'm in big picture now. We blowed it yesterday again. One thing about the Cowboys, they win spectacularly or they lose spectacularly. It's the same. There's no in between ground. The Cowboys never really get blowed out. They always, if they get blowed out, they always come back, make a game out of it, hold you to the end, then kill you. It hurt your heart. We're getting right back to that stage now. Or we jump out to the lead, then we go blow the lead, then we lose the game, and then we get, we go to overtime, get close, a dramatic play happens, we lose. That's what you saw yesterday. First half of the game, here your updates, Racho. First half of the game, we look like Super Bowl champions. Dak Prescott was dealing. Oh my God, the running game was working. Oh my goodness, they couldn't stop us. Second half, I don't know what team came out that locker room, but the team did the total different thing. We should have ran. We kept passing. I'm gonna get into why in a minute because y'all already know where I'm going. Let me get to my list now. There you recap, Paracho. We lost. That's the recap. We lost. That's the update. If you want updates on injuries, they say LVE's injury is a stinger. It's not related to his neck issue where he had his surgery. But he is going to miss a couple of weeks, and that's a big injury for us because we got ran over again yesterday. And he would have been pretty good there with us. But here's my problem. Number one, sooner or later, ladies and gentlemen, you're either going to call it like it is, or you're going to wait into this fantasy land, and then out about another 6 weeks from now, y'all going to come back to me, and y'all going to say, you're right. Y'all might want to write this down. Come back to me when it's all over. Let's see if some of this stuff's still here. Number one, here we go. Coach Mike McCarthy has no power. No power. No power. No power. How can you have such an excellent half and then catch amnesia in the second half? He has no power because Kellen Moore, he just who he is. And Coach McCarthy can't reel him back in. He can't. Here's a clue that really ticked, it didn't tick me off by what was done, But what ticked me off was that you didn't have the same energy in this session. Here it is. Did y'all notice yesterday that after a minute or so, in the second half, they benched Boss Man Fat, our cornerback, because he was getting torched over there, just like he got torched in the Houston game, just like he got torched in the Green Bay game. He got torched. They finally sat him down. They moved him out. I'm quite sure Dan Quinn had everything to do with that. I'm quite sure Mike McCarthy had nothing to do with it other than to say, okay, remember that. Dan Quinn, I believe, was the one that sat him down. It was not Mike McCarthy. But why didn't you reel and why didn't he have the same energy if he was involved in that? With reeling Kellen Moore in with this pass-happy, pinball, Madden 23 offense that he has. He is, here's number 2, he is allergic, Kellen Moore, to running the football. And he is allergic to sound offensive plays in situational football. That's number 2. Kellen Moore, Mike McCarthy, number 1, has no power because he should have reeled Kellen Moore in. When Kellen Moore said on 3rd and 10, when we should have made him use that timeout, he should have said over his same headsets like you see I got on right now. Why didn't he tell Kellen Moore when it was a passing play? No, let's run the ball, make him use that last timeout. We're going to pin them inside probably the 15-yard line, and they're going to have only about 30 seconds left with no timeouts to try to get it to field goal range. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think that would have happened. I don't think they would have got a field goal range. But we set them up. Why are we passing? Then out of all the plays in the world, why are we throwing a bomb to Noah Brown? I didn't care if it was a bomb to CeeDee Lamb. You shouldn't have thrown the bomb. What happened to everybody ran a go route? What was the underneath receiver at? This is situational football. Even if you don't get the first down, you tackle the Cowboy inside, whoever gonna catch the ball, they gotta use their timeout. This is look, my 8-year-old son in Madden knows situational football. I mean, what in the world is going on here? I don't understand it. Everybody, he is allergic. He is allergic to situational football. Ladies and gentlemen, that will get you sent home. That's what'll get you beat by Jacksonville. That's what will get you beat one and done in the playoffs. Because the Cowboys, this ain't the first time. It was time management, if y'all remember now, that got Mike McCarthy fired from the Green Bay Packers. It wasn't because he wasn't winning. They had Aaron Rodgers. You know they were winning. It was time management and situational football that got Mike McCarthy fired from Green Bay. My God, he ain't learned nothing. And if you can't tell your offensive coordinator, you got the same headset, you hear the play. See, I hold Mike McCarthy responsible for that. He know that they should have ran the ball. He knew that. He heard that play right on that headset, and then he trying to cover everybody in this press conference. If you heard it, oh, I thought it was a good play. What? You thought it was a good play? What in the world? Huh? We armchair quarterbacks. All of us are armchair quarterbacks. We know what we should have done. Y'all know that. This ain't the first time Mike McCarthy's had these problems. It's all coming back to square one, y'all. What was going on in the preseason or the first press conference of the year? We talking about time management again? Do the Cowboys have to blow people out so we can avoid this issue? They said that's the only way, because when we get in tight situations, I don't know if look, I live here in Memphis. We used to have a term for that. Cedric Morris, you still on here? My little brother here, 49 fan, he enjoying this. We used to call it freezing up. When the pressure's on the line, and you had to make good decisions, it looked like to me we freezing up. That's what it looked like to me. And that goes to Mike McCarthy. You listening on the headset, and you allowed this dude to make this call when you know you shouldn't have done it. We gave the game to Jacksonville. Self-destruction. That's what we did yesterday. There's no way we should have lost that game. No way. No way. That's number. So one, look, it's unbelievable. Shane said that McCarthy couldn't change the play. Why didn't Dak do call an audible? He's a $40 million quarterback after all. Listen to me. What you're saying is not true. Is true, Shane. But I'm blaming Kellen Moore. Why? Listen to me, y'all. Because it's all tying together. Why is Kellen Moore trying to make Dak Prescott the MVP of the league? We've all said Dak Prescott should throw the ball between 23 and 27 times a game. That's it. Why are we trying to put the ball in his hands like he the ultimate guy? I'm gonna get to Dak in a minute. I'm just saying this is Kellen Moore. Why did you take an amnesia pill when you know Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard were gashing these guys? But you want to line up a shotgun. This is the same stuff we've been saying about Kellen Moore for 3 years now. He is allergic to the running game. He is. I don't know how much more evidence we need. He refuses to run. He refuses. Got two studs back there. We got a. Let me see my list here. I'm not gonna say that. Here we go. That's Kellen Moore, which leads to number 3. Everybody shout number 3. You ain't got to put it in the chat. Number 1 was Coach McCarthy is a figurehead, just a head coach in title with no power. He can't do nothing with Kellen Moore. He can't. Kellen Moore, number 2, is allergic to sound offensive plays in situational football. He proved that again. It is what it is. Here, which leads to number 3. When you see the way we play, it's obvious. Here's number 3. We haven't figured out what we really want to be on offense. Do we want to be a passing offense? Do we want to be a running offense? We go get T.Y. Hilton. We're talking about getting Odell Beckham. But you got Tony Pollard. You got Ezekiel Elliott gashing people. But no, you got all these linemen. You got all these all Hall of Fame linemen. But no, we want to line up a shotgun. When we run, it's effective. But you stop running because I don't know what you want to be, a shotgun team, or you want to play bullet ball. You want to play finesse ball, or do you want to play power football? You got a power line, you got a power running, you got a leader running, speedy running back who has some power, also can run in between tackles. But no, we want to pass the ball. We want to get CD his 1,000 yards, which he has. Great to good up to CD for 1,000 yards. Or we want to get Gallup involved. We want to get Noah Brown involved. We want to get T.Y. Hilton. We want to get James Washington involved. I mean, what are we? What are we? What are we? Your 2 best players are in the backfield. That's obvious by now. Your 2 best players, we don't know what we want to be. A lot of y'all excited. We want OBJ. Man, forget OBJ. We want T.Y. Hilton. Yeah, he can. Yeah. Listen, I don't care nothing about T.Y. Hilton. I can care less. I'm serious. Now y'all can. I know he can. I know he's a veteran. I know he can run routes. I know he still got speed. I know he can take a top off of defense. I don't care nothing about that. When Cooper Rush was the quarterback, the game plan was set. I told y'all when Dak Prescott came back, I told y'all his eyes were going to get big and he was going to veer off the game plan that was set. What in the world did we do when Cooper Rush was the quarterback? We ran the football. You didn't allow Cooper Rush to try to get him in the game. He made some key passes, no doubt about it. But you didn't look down at Cooper Rush was throwing 50 times, 40 times, and all that kind of stuff. We ran the ball. Well, you know, they got stacked defenses. What in the world do you think was happening when Cooper Rush was playing? It was stacked defenses then. Huh? Joe says, can I ask you a question? Let's say Kellen Moore calls all three running plays, then Jaguars use their last time out. You punt the ball to Jaguars, and then they run the punt back for a TD. Will we still be blaming Kellen Moore for not being aggressive on third down? No, you'll be blaming special teams then. But I take my chances on it. They weren't going to be able to return no ball where we were. We got an all-pro punter. We would have punted, if we would have ran the ball, we would have been punting from between whatever that was, 35, 40-yard line. Chances are, unless it's a shank punt, which never really happened with our punter, we would have punted the ball. They would have been inside the 20-yard line. Fair catch all day long with 30-some-odd seconds left and no timeout. I'll take my chances with that rather than throwing the ball. Let me show you. That last drive, this is all you need to know. We only ran out 27 seconds. That's 27. Come on, man. 27 seconds is all we took off the clock. That's horrible play calling, man. It's horrible. There's no other way you can look around it. It is totally ridiculous. But we keep saying the same thing over and over again for the last 3 years. At some point, ladies and gentlemen, we just got to say it is what it is. Y'all hoping. That's what y'all hoping things happen. So you got to call it what it is. I can't stand Mike McCarthy. It was. I like the call. It's an aggressive call. No, you don't. You ain't playing smart football then. What kind of football playing? What kind of stuff is that? And everybody say, I know you saying, we would have got the first down. You wouldn't be talking about this. I still would have been saying, why are we throwing the football? I still would have said it. Because the football sense tells you to run on third down, make them use their last time out. If you can't get the first down from running it, punt the football. You're going to have them inside the 20. They got to go 80 yards, 80-some-odd yards with no timeouts and probably 30 seconds ago. 30-some-odd seconds ago, I'll take my chances then. If they beat us, they beat us. If they get to the field goal out of that, then they got it. But I'll take my chances. I'm just not giving it away. That's what we did. Number 3, we don't know what we want to be. We don't. We don't know what we want to be. The way they dominated in the first half, why the adjustment was to change it by passing? It's ridiculous. Kellen Moore, because nobody can't stop him except Jared Jones. Kellen Moore, some of y'all saw my TikTok video. Kellen Moore is going to be responsible because we back at square one. Jerry said it best. Then Jerry said, hey, I got to have a deep run this year. That's the pressure he put down. Sean Payton, as everybody keeps thinking, is lurking in the clouds. That's what everybody's thinking at the beginning of the year, thinking he's there. Mike McCarthy, he got to have. So it make no difference about the division if you won. It make no difference about you win 10, 11, 12 games. Jerry Jones said it from the beginning. Look, I got to have a deep run this year. We got the team. Can't blame Jerry. Jerry is a general manager. Guess what? The job of the general manager is to put the right players on the field. If that be the case, ladies and gentlemen, you can't blame Jerry. The roster is there. As a general manager, he's done the job. You can call it Will McClay, fine. They've done the job. The players are there. Yes, they are. If you want to call it Stephen Jones, they've done the job. They put it there, and then they say, okay, coaches. That's why our problem is. I told you that at the beginning of the year. The draft, we good. Will McClay, his scouting department, we're great. We draft well. Y'all see all these players we got? We draft well. But it's right there after they draft and it goes into the hands of the coaches where the problem is. It's simply because we got cooks in the kitchen that don't know how to cook. Well, I'm gonna feel like let me clap for myself now. Let me clap for myself. We got cooks in the kitchen. The cooks are Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore, Dan Quinn. Those are the cooks. Most of y'all would say 2 out of the 3 can't cook. Dan Quinn can cook. I'm clapping. I'm gonna clap again. I'm gonna clap because y'all. I know some of y'all don't like what I'm saying. It's the truth. Don't tell me. Well, you got Kellen Moore. He has the -- 1 offense in the league. And Dak, ever since Dak has been back, they've been #1. Yes, they have. But when it's the money time, when it's money time, and it's situational football that is common sense, that is in the hands, not of the players, but of the coaching staff. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to admit something's wrong now. Need I remind you of the playoff game last year with the 49ers? Need I remind you of that? Something is wrong. I'm almost convinced the Cowboys got to blow folks out because if we get to a tight game, folks get a little nervous and shaky. Folks get a little tight. And when you get tight under pressure, you make either good decisions or you freeze up. Mike McCarthy been freezing up on us, ladies and gentlemen. Kellen Moore is who he is. I'm not expecting him to do right at all. I'm not. Y'all might. I'm not. I don't expect it. I'm not. I'm done. I got too much evidence now. Y'all can try to justify it. I don't care. I don't care. I done seen enough. Mike McCarthy, or particularly Kellen Moore, he is who he is. You just hope that the players, that's where we are, really, and I've been saying this for years. We're really at a place, ladies and gentlemen, that the talent level has to override bad coaching. You need a guy like Michael Parsons to erase mistakes. You need a guy like Pollard that can break a tackle, but seem to be a 5-yard game. You need the talent level of Pollard to break it, and he'll run for 65 yards. That's where we are. That's where we are. The talent level has to override. Here it is. I already said, #1, just in case we keep the score. Coach McCarthy is a figurehead with no power. That's #1. No power. Can't stop nothing. Can't change nothing. Can't get in Kellen Moore ear. Can't get in Dan. Well, you know what I'm saying? Kellen Moore, he can't say nothing to Kellen Moore. All right? Number, he say nothing to Dan Quinn. That's #2. #3, Bones, the special teams coach. He can't say nothing to Bones. So if you can't say nothing to Quinn, Moore, and Bones, what are you doing? I mean, what is your what? Is all you can do to say, hey, let's go for it on 4th down. I mean, that's all you can say. No, we're not punting. Let's go for it. That's all you can do, because you ain't stopping Kellen Moore. Because he's a Super Bowl winning coach. He ought to know better. So he ain't got no power. #2, Kellen Moore is allergic to sound offensive plays and situational football. #3, we haven't figured out what we really want to be. don't know what we want. Are we a passing team? Are we a running team? Are we a well-balanced team? I mean, what are we? Where's the identity? We run with the identity, then we change it. Which goes to number 4. Let me come on down, because Dan Quinn, he not innocent either. We can't stop the run. That's number 4. We've been saying that for the last, God, what? That's before Kellen Moore took over. That's before McCarthy got. We still haven't figured out how to stop the run. The defensive coordinator before Quinn was here, he couldn't stop it. Mike Nolan, he couldn't stop it. Huh? Before then, we can't stop it. Keep going, getting big old guys. They're getting pushed out the way. Hankins is hurt. I understand. Maybe he would have made a difference. Go get this Dent kid from Atlanta. He ain't even in the game yet. I mean, come on, man. I mean, Bohanna. We expected a lot from Bohanna this year. He ain't done nothing. What he done? What is he? I mean, come on. He playing better than what he did in his rookie year. I give him that, but impact. Gallimore is too small. He can push around. Osa is playing well. You let go of Ridgeway, you let go of Hill. I mean, when are we gonna stop the run? The Jacksonville Jaguars, the running backs look like the second coming of Earl Campbell. When are we gonna stop something? Huh? When are we gonna stop anything? Ladies and gentlemen, watch this. I give Dan Quinn credit. I get hey, Coach Price, I see you in there. I see you. Coach Price said great teams, great players cannot get full potential with bad coaching. That's exactly what I just said. I'm glad I'm not alone on this. Why it takes so long? Here you go right here. Let me ask y'all this question. Because a lot of y'all need to make an apology. I'm included. We all need to apologize to Anthony Brown. Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. I said a lot of us saying, oh my God, we need to get him out of there. We need to get him out of there. Y'all share this because I'm going off tonight. I'm almost through. Yeah, we said we want him out of there. And we said, well, let's get him out of there and put Boss Man in. That's what we said. We said it. Y'all said it. I said it. How'd that work out? Ain't nobody gonna do it. Andy Bryan, in some kind of way this get to you. Sir, I apologize. You with your absence is showing us how valuable you really were. Because Boss Man Fat, ladies and gentlemen, has been getting his brains kicked in. And it just started last game. It started in the Green Bay game. Green Bay, Christian Watson lost his mind. Boss Man Fat was on. I'm coming to Dan Quinn in a second. Then he got to the Houston game. Some kid named Moore, who I ain't never heard of, got a double-digit catches and over 100 yards. It's Boss Man Fat. Don't even go to Trayvon Diggs side at all. They know where the yards at. They want some yards, go over there to Boss Man Fat. Yesterday, got torched. Zay Jones, had his best game of his career yesterday against Boss Man Fat. Which leads to Dan Quinn. Come here, Dan. Sir, I know you know more football than I know. You're a great defensive coach. Took the team to Super Bowls, won the Super Bowls as a defensive coordinator. I'm not coming against it. I do have a question. Mr. Quinn, just in case this get to you some type of way. My question is this. Why did you just keep running man-to-man defense with Boss Man Fat when you know he's going to get his brains kicked in? Can we get some safety help? Can we make him play zone or something? Because man-to-man, he getting destroyed. But you kept us in man defense. You ain't got AD. You got to change this thing up. And for futuristic, since you benched him, then you bring Nashawn Wright in. Nashawn ain't that great, but and you really play man to man with Nashawn? Really? I know you like the blitz. I understand. But can you really, you got to change something up. Because that other side over there, they getting destroyed. Can't put Bland over there. Bland is a slot guy. So if y'all thinking you need to put Bland on, you don't need to put Bland over there. Bland gonna end up getting torched. So you gotta have some real good movement in your hips. I got coaches on here, Coach Marv. You gotta have, come here, get Coach Marv here. You gotta have hips to play the outside. There are slot corners, then there are outside corners. Bland is a slot corner. I don't know what Nashawn Wright is. Somebody asked me in the exchange, talking about where's Jabril Cox. Jabril Cox, no, he ain't hurt. He just can't get on the field. See, it's a reason why now, ladies and gentlemen, that you got to apologize to Anthony Brown. You got to apologize even to the coaching staff. Y'all, in some instances, I was calling for Boss Man to get in the game. He need to be playing. Anthony Brown is getting beat every now and then. You need to bring him in. You're now seeing the reason why Anthony Brown was the starter, because they knew that Boss Man Fat ain't all that. Now you see it for yourself. Boss Man ain't ready. He may get ready, but he's not ready right now, y'all. He's not. He getting destroyed. So we cornerback 2 position. Dan Quinn got some work to do, and I don't know what. Look, I don't know what it is about the run. We can't do it. We can't do it. Put the best players on the field. Put Sam Williams on the field, please. Strong as a bull, can rush the passer, can set the edge. Put him on the field, please. Who we gonna take out? Dorrance Armstrong, yes. Take him out. Let him get the backup role. I don't care if we paid him or not. Put the best players on the field. I'm getting very irritated with my team. And y'all still say, oh, we clinched. Man, look, this is the worst feeling I had clinching a playoff spot. It really was. Let me get back to my list. Number 4. We can't stop the run, which leads to this, ladies and gentlemen. This is where I have a problem. It's 2 problems you're going to have. Number 5, here it is. The bottom line is we are not as good as we think we are. You got the same eyes I got. No. I know we won 10 games. I understand. I know we're 10-4. I know. That's a good record. That's a great record. You're not as good as we think because we're too unstable. You don't know what we're gonna get with the Cowboys. You really don't know what team gonna show up. You don't know if the team gonna start off hot. You don't know if they're gonna start slow. You don't know if Dak gonna throw 2 interceptions. You don't know if he's gonna throw 2 straight touchdowns. You don't know if the first half may be great, second half may be total trash. You may see a bad first half, then the second half, which is usually what we do, we go off. You don't know if Pollard, you know what Pollard gonna do. You don't know, you just don't know what Cowboy team gonna show up. You don't know. We too seesawish. If y'all understand what I'm saying, you just don't know. Which goes to the bottom line. We're not as good as we think we are. We can't stop the run. It's gonna bite you in the tail. You got bad situational football decisions. You don't know what, come on. We're not, and it's gonna bite you. It's gonna bite you in the real moments. We getting ready to come up on the real moments. And this is a reoccurring issue. It's been going on for years. Kellen Moore for years. Mike McCarthy. This is the same stuff for years. It's there. At some point, you got to say, look, this is who they are. Come on now. Sometimes it's gonna look great. Sometimes it ain't gonna look so great. I mean, number 6, Dak Prescott. Now, the truth be told, if you look at this game, other than that first, let's everybody on here look. The second interception, which was the pick 6 for the game winner, that was not Dak Prescott's fault. Some of y'all folks, y'all killing me. Ball hit the man, dead in the hands. He dropped the ball, lucky bounce. Dude caught it, ran it all the way back. It wasn't because Dak threw it to the mat. It was a very catchable ball. Noah just missed it. And it turned to an interception. So you can't blame Dak for that. If you are blaming for Dak for that, you really don't know football. I hate to say that to you. I don't want to insult you, but it is what it is. The first interception, though, was ridiculous by Dak. It was ridiculous. It was. Under pressure, shoots wide open. He throw it over his head at least about 6-7 yards. Interception. And it's deep in the territory. You got to be smarter than that. Got to be. First half, he was dominant. Second half, I don't know what happened to him. Therefore, I've given him a new nickname. Some of y'all don't like it. I don't care. It's what I'm calling it. His new nickname is Dak the Roller Coaster Prescott. That's what I'm calling it. Because he carries me up, then he drops me down, then he brings me back up, then he drops me down, then he brings me up, keep me right on the settled ground, then he drops me down low. I mean, he's a roller coaster. That's what he is. I mean, the turnovers are piling up. Some of them, a lot of them not his fault. I watch it. A lot of them not his fault. He's becoming a little bit too frequent now. He's down now. Now y'all call him what you want. Y'all call him a leader and all that kind of stuff. Y'all call him that. That's y'all. Okay? I ain't got no problem with it. I ain't gonna come against y'all. Say he's all top 5 quarterback. Y'all say you're top 10 quarterback. Y'all keep debating it. I don't care. To me, he's the roller coaster. I just don't know what I'm gonna get. We'll be up by 20, and it's not Dak's fault because he don't play defense. We'll be up 20, and then before the game over, we done lost the game. Can't stop the momentum. I mean, he's the roller coaster. He is. Y'all got to be. I mean, it is. Let me tell you something. We better get it together. I'm serious. Y'all hollering. I'm just gonna tell you. I don't. We made the playoffs, so we start looking at it. I think it's unless the Cowboys look, we let Houston run over us, okay? We let Jacksonville run over us, okay? Philly's coming to town, whether Hurts play or not, they're gonna run the ball. We ain't stopping the run, all right? Then we got Mr. Henry, Derrick Henry. You know what Tennessee gonna do? Tennessee gonna be fired up that night. Everybody play their best game against the Cowboys. That's what you saw with Jacksonville. Everybody play like Super Bowl champions. Please understand, Tennessee gonna be ready to play us in Nashville. Ladies and gentlemen, we better win some games here now. I'm just saying because we better win some games because it's a possibility we may drop them maybe about 3-4 in a row. We can't stop the run. I mean, I'm serious. Our defense ain't living up to what we've seen all year. Our defense not clicking right now. You know, if you got a 17-point lead, I mean, it's just like the Green Bay game. It was almost a carbon copy. You give them a big lead and they can't hold it. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Okay? Dak. Everything. Look, we are all coming back to where we was at square one. They setting us up for it. We got questions about McCarthy. We got questions about Kellen Moore. And then we got questions about Dak. We're right. We got questions about how we gonna stop the run. What we saying all this at the beginning of the year? And nothing has changed. Nothing. We're in the playoffs. You know, some of y'all was, you know, on chats, and I know y'all are happy because, you know, we lost, but we in the playoffs. Listen, we ain't playoff ready right now. I'll get to the Philly game later on in the week. I'm off work, so I may come on in the morning or the next day morning, something like that. I may come on, but I may be with you tomorrow afternoon, matter of fact, because we gotta close this page. We gotta move on to Philly and try to get things together. But look, I hope they ticked off, because this is reminding me of the same old Cowboys. We're turning right back into that. Y'all forgive me. The roller coaster. Mr. Dak Prescott. I don't know what's going to happen. See, certain players that come on the field, you know what they're going to do. When Ray Lewis came out on the field, you knew. You had to question what was going to happen. You knew what Ray was going to bring to the table. Okay, that's a little bit too old. Let's just come on up. Patrick Mahomes. You know what he's going to do. You know what he's going to do. You know he's going to play well. It's certain players you know what they're going to, it ain't nothing you can do. It's certain players. I mean, the list go on and on. You know what Justin Jefferson from the Vikings gonna do. You know it. You knew when Cooper Kupp was on the field. You knew he was gonna kill folks every game. Double coverage, don't make no difference. You knew what was gonna happen. When I see Dak Prescott come on the field, y'all keep talking about he's a great leader and he's a great motivator and people run through a man. I don't care nothing about that. On the field, I don't know. I'm not 100% sold. I may be about 80%. I don't know what I'm gonna give him Dak. Because I don't know what I'm gonna give him Kellen Moore. Well, let me change that. I know what I'm gonna give him Kellen Moore. Which ties into that. It really ain't, you know, as crazy as it may sound, it really ain't, you know, Dak is playing, but Dak is running plays that were called, and some of this stuff it's just mind-boggling. I don't. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me put this up. If you're on Podbean, Coach, I think you're on there. I know you like I know you. You better come on here. Let me put this up. If you're on Podbean and you want to talk, and if you know to find me, how to find me on Facebook, I'm just going to eliminate all stuff here. Matter of fact, let me just try it. Coach, I know you there. Let me just try it. Listen, everybody, Everybody listen. If you cannot hear Coach when I let him in, let me know immediately. And then I'm going to have Coach hang up and call on the call-in line there. I need to know if y'all can hear Coach immediately. So I think Coach, you there? Coach is there. All right, listen. Coach is here. He just said, yeah, I'm here. Let me know if you just heard him. Coach, before you crank up, you just start talking. Just give me your thing about the game yesterday. Somebody let me know if you can hear him. Go ahead, Coach. He did. All right, Coach. Let me stop you. Let me stop you right there. I need dog. I can hear you on Podbean, but they can't, and I don't know why. Hang up, Coach. Call me on the call-in line there. I got you on east side. You about to hang up now? All right, hang up, Coach. Y'all forgive me. I don't know what am I doing wrong on that, but he's on. He's getting ready to call right now. Hang up, Coach. He's about to call in right now. Coach, if you're there, go ahead and call in on the call-in line, and we'll get his comments. I didn't even want him to crank up. I want everybody to hear him. Hey, Miss Tweet, I know you hear him because he was on Podbean. Okay, y'all, he's coming in just a second. But anyway, to get back to it, here you go. Hold on.
Call from
Coach Miles.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Okay. All right. Coach, you there?
I'm here.
All right. Everybody hear him now. I'm quite sure you can. Can you guys hear him?
Right.
All right. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah. I was this thing. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day about Dak Prescott, and he was going off about Dak Prescott messed up. And I had to let him know, and I just want to let everybody else know. Before Dak Prescott threw the interception, I think he had like 3 incomplete passes the whole game up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he made a bad pass, made a bad decision, he was hit, made a bad pass. I think that Dak Prescott is held to a standard that's way above every other quarterback in good games, where it almost have to be perfect, and any mistake that he makes is magnified. Which, I watch a lot of football, and I see a lot of quarterbacks make a lot of mistakes, and it is magnified to a level. But I wanted to touch on what I saw coaching wise that really disturbed me, and this has to really lead to Mike McCarthy. One, as we came out of halftime, you saw a sideline that seemed like when they did the shot to the sideline over the sideline, that really didn't seem like they were really focused.
Mm-hmm.
It goes to my point again, as I said, I think last week or a couple of weeks ago, when I was saying about at this particular time, you have to be almost a drill sergeant with this team, because you're getting close to the finish line, and you have to be in that locker room with an attitude that has everybody on edge.
Yeah.
Because this is the time you really have that team on edge, and you have to really, really be on edge about the details, every little detail, even in practice when it doesn't go wrong. When it goes wrong, you have to explode.
Yeah.
But the play that he threw the interception on, this is the thing about the play call on that. How many times we have seen our Cowboys team with Kellen Moore, and I won't say the first half he was in his bag, but he continues to do situational play calls where puts his team in bad situations. He puts his team in every time he gets backed up to the goal line or inside the 20-yard line with a lead or a change of possession. That's what he feels like he has to be aggressive and put pass plays in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the first play they got a sack on.
Yeah.
They went they went empty set after a momentum play by the Jaguars, up by 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
They went empty set, max protection, 2-receiver route.
Mm-hmm.
Jack held the ball, 2 receivers, not many options to throw the ball, didn't drag the running back in the flat.
Mm-hmm.
Jack had to hold the ball. Next thing you know, in the max protection, they brought more people because they say you're going to keep them in. So they brought to match up one-on-one. You had some leakage after you had to hold the ball too long. Sack.
Yeah.
You didn't slow the game down again after you got a sack. You went empty set again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ridiculous.
And then you ran a 3-receiver route. Yeah. And they blitzed you because they got the momentum. So they said, well, we going to come after you because we trying to make a big play because we just got back in this game. They blitz. He rolls to the right. They do get a little pressure on him, makes a bad throw, turnover.
Yeah.
That's putting your player, your quarterback, and your offense in a bad situation, in bad field position.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't say that the quarterback didn't make a mistake and throw the ball wrong, but that puts your team in a bad situation.
Yeah.
Let's move on farther, and then that comes back when you talk about roller coaster. Well, when that gets out of that situation, and we finally get behind, that goes down and drives the team down and makes some great plays on third down, 3 tough third down passes, a third down run. Gets a score, and no we go up. We go to the sideline, and you can look at our sideline like the game is over.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually all the way up to the time they were kicking the field goal. You had Dak had his hat on, his game winner, the game winner, his ball cap on. They over there laughing and joking. Nobody like, well, they're not gonna get no field. No, they're not gonna tie the game up.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the problem. You get a turnover. And let me just, by running the ball, okay. You get a turnover, and I think you did a great illustration of it. When we got the turnover with he fumbled the ball, which was a great run by him, and they were really beating us. That was just a bundle by them, but they was really driving the ball with the quarterback run.
Mm-hmm. We
get the ball. You could see when we came on the field, it was like the game was over. Oh man, we came over there. We had a hard time getting huddled up, and like there's no focus. We don't. Then we got to do is come out here and do a few things, and this game is over. No urgency from the sideline to get this team ready to know this game is not over. We have to close it out because they got 3 timeouts.
Yeah.
We come out. Do you remember the first 2 run plays?
Yeah.
The first run play, we did some flamboyant, wide set formation, and this is a coaching 101. When you have to run the football, and you know you got to run the football to kill the clock, the main thing that you want, because the other defense know that you're gonna run the ball, the main thing that you must have is backside cutoff.
Automatic.
That's the main thing, because you're going to say, okay, we're going to be physical enough on the front side.
Yeah.
We're going to make it man on man on the front side, and we're going to hope that we can be able to get our man can beat your man and get our run it back to the hole, and he could plow for some yards, but we cannot allow backside to come because they're all up on the line of scrimmage and cut off the run off the backside.
Yeah.
We ran a play that with a formation that gave them the backside. When you watch the one that Ezekiel got stopped in the backfield, we ran this wide formation. They didn't respect it. They came out the backside. They tackled Ezekiel in the backfield before he can get started. You did some shotgun. It was a play that was not even designed where it was just like we came out there and just threw a play up just to throw a play up.
Exactly.
The second play, we go some motion and do a motion to back and give him like a jet sweep.
Yeah.
Doug, when you're trying to run the football at that particular time, you don't want to go sideways. You go sideways, they got all their people up there looking for the run.
Exactly.
That's a lost yardage play. They call timeout. We go over, and when they call timeout, people understand. We get to see the coaches as well as they do.
Yeah.
We go to the sideline, and the best play call, when you say you want to be aggressive, you was over there for 30 seconds, and the only thing that you could think of is basically what we call a Hail Mary because you're doing 9 on 9.
Yeah, all go route.
And you've been killing with the running back out the backfield all game long, getting the average of 6 to 7 yards with getting the ball to Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott in the flat.
Yeah.
Where they got room, they make break a tackle. It's a safe pass. You're going to make sure the completion, so the clock is, they have to use the timeout. Plus, you give them a chance to break a tackle and get the first down. You run all 9 routes. They play deep. You hold the ball and you actually just turn the ball up to say, whatever luck comes up, we get it.
Yeah.
This is just that's coaching
horrible
malpractice.
Yeah,
Go to the overtime. You run the ball the first 2 plays of overtime when your defense did get a stop. You run the ball 2 times, you get all the way to the pass to 50-yard line. You run another play, and Zach Martin alluded to this. He didn't talk about the play in his locker room interview, but he did talk about, they asked him about, well, you know, y'all ran a play that y'all didn't get no yards, and that was right after the interception next play. But he said, and he said it, and I knew he meant, he said, well, we ran, we didn't get no 1 or 2 yards, so, you know, obviously we not going to run it again. So he already know. If we run a running play and we get 1 yard, that's, you won't get, we not going to run it. We not going to run it 2 times with no. If it's 1 yard, we got to pass 4 or 5 times, then we'll come back.
Yeah.
So you get past the 50-yard line. 3rd down and 4. If you run the ball 2 times, they can't stop you. Get it down to 4th and 1, because 4th and 1, you 100% with Dak doing the sneak.
Yeah.
But you run a play and you run picks. If you watch the play, every receiver was within 4 yards of the football, and every receiver was within 2 to 3 yards of each other.
Yeah.
When the ball tipped out, he pass happy.
Yeah.
But he is not a good pass coordinator. He's a good pass happy.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to say. He wants to pass it, but his route concept limits great players from being great.
Exactly.
And it tries to make role players stars.
Yeah.
So it's not the point that we said, okay, if he was so pass happy and he made the game so much easier for guys to get open, and he was such a great pass coordinator guy, why are we still asking for receivers?
Exactly.
That's what he said.
You'll see him this week.
Thank you. Why do we keep asking to get great number one, big name receivers if this guy was such a great pass coordinator? Mm-hmm. He wouldn't need all that because he would be able to get people open, wide open, because his concept would be unbeatable. Exactly. But he is not good because his concepts are very bland, they're very basic, and he wants to do it, but he just is not ready as a guy that can act in the big time moments. And this is where it shows up. And I'll leave you with this one. The defense and Mike McCarthy. I've been saying for a long time, Mike McCarthy's not a leader of men.
No.
And with this young team that does not know how to win a Super Bowl, that is a young, talented team, that is a really team that is young with no playoff experience.
Yeah.
You have to be a real leader of men to get these guys focused and to get the consistency out of these guys week in and week out to do their job and be the maximum that they can be. Yeah. And he's not that guy. Yep. Dan Quinn, I'm not going to leave Dan Quinn out of this.
Got to get him.
We have disrupted this defense, and I'm going to say the fans. Michael Parsons was a queen. Mm-hmm. And he made defenses react to him wherever he was at.
Yeah.
And for this defense to be better, we need somebody to attack from the inside out. And that's not going to stop him from rushing. That's not going to stop him from pass down, major pass downs, getting it to the end. That's not going to stop him from coming from the middle of the field, in the middle of blitz, matching up on guards.
Yeah.
But down in and down out where guys can say, I've been blocking this guy all day.
Yeah.
Michael Parsons is a good pass rusher. Mm-hmm. But he's not a Bosa.
No. That's just the truth.
He's not a Bosa. That's because Bosa, that's his job. That's what he's been doing since grade school.
Yeah.
Michael Parsons is a linebacker.
Still learning the position.
And he is a generational player. And when you bring him from different areas, and when guys have to deal with him, when they hadn't been dealing with him, and this explosive young man comes up on you, you're going to see him be involved in more plays.
Yeah.
But put him on the defensive end. Teams are now running RPOs and misdirections against us, which is eliminating and making him an edge center. And if he sets the edge, he's not making the play. Mm-hmm. He needs guys to set the edge and let him make the play. But there's politics in Dallas, Big Show.
Yeah.
There's politics for guys that shouldn't be playing more guys like Dante Fowler.
Yeah.
And there's politics of keeping Michael Parsons at defensive end.
Yeah.
And if this team is going to win, somebody going to have to break the rules. Somebody got to stand on the table and say, we're too close. We got too good of a product here.
Yeah.
And they got to say, we ain't standing for the politics.
Yeah. Yep.
And let it go. But it's a frustrating thing with Cowboy fans. Don't get, listen, we 10-4. We just got to get better. The run game, we shouldn't be worried about the run game.
Yeah.
I watched the film. The run game is just, it's all about discipline, man.
Yeah.
Once we got flustered you can see the whole team got flustered on defense. Once we got flustered and that big play happened, you can see guys trying to play hero ball, jumping inside, not keeping the edge, just trying to make hero plays.
Yeah.
But this comes from who sets the tone. It's not the defensive coordinator. It's not the offensive coordinator.
Head coach.
The head coach sets the tone
Yes, sir.
of how the team plays. And when you look at Mike McCarthy on the sideline, do he look like a cool, calm, in charge guy?
Coach, I said it best. I'm gonna say it one more time. My number one statement was Coach McCarthy is just a figurehead with no power. That's what I said.
Well, I have never. I said this on the end of my live show the other day, and the boss said I should have said it while we was there. I said I have never seen a great ship get the great waters without a great without a captain.
Mm-hmm. We don't have it. We don't have it.
So
we don't have it.
The Stars got to align and got to get it right. And I know the people out here saying, well, the players got to take out. These players don't know big time. How many guys? I don't think a player on this team that won a playoff game.
No one is Tyron Smith. Peters, and Zach Marr, and Peters have won playoff game. Peters have won. Peter won the Super Bowl. That's it.
And you don't lean on your offensive line and put the emphasis on them to do what they do. But I just don't think that a lot of guys get CeeDee Lamb should be he can't get upset because he's dealing with what Amari Cooper is. Because if you think about it, we talked last year about Amari Cooper getting targets, right?
Yeah.
In this game, CeeDee Lamb got 7 targets.
Yeah.
Brown got 9 targets.
Uh-huh.
CeeDee Lamb caught every target he got for 125 yards. And in the fourth quarter, going into the overtime, we didn't throw the ball to him not one time.
Horrible. And all that wasn't because he was getting double teamed either.
Yeah, because they ain't all because he get double teamed because
he was running in
motion. What Mark Cooper said. Mark Cooper said back a long time ago, and it's still true today. These things come true. When they talked about his target, he said, well, I kind of know in the middle of the week how it's really going to go.
Yeah.
Well, people said, Kevin Moore was trying to make it say, no, we try to throw to the open guy.
Yeah.
But come this year, a couple of games ago, about 4 games ago, Gallup got no catches. And he came to the podium and said, well, I got to apologize to Michael. We got to get his number called in here. The next game, the first 5 catches went to Michael Gallup.
Yeah.
So it tells me that it's already predetermined who's going to get the target. And that's why you have sometimes CeeDee Lamb running down the middle of the field wide open. But I can guarantee you when they run a pass plays, Kellen Moore says the ball needs to go here, and that's where it needs to go. And when that person is not open, Dak's sitting there holding the football.
Exactly.
And he's got him programmed because he believes in him. But I tell Dak Prescott, if he got anybody listening to this show, Dak Prescott, I said a long time ago, you gonna let Kellen Moore take you down a rabbit hole that you ain't gonna never get out of.
Yeah.
I know you give him a lot of credit for getting you some great numbers and getting you through this adversity time to get your contract. Yeah. I believe that you're a great quarterback and can be even greater. But Kellen Moore can't take you to the next level. He ain't going where you going.
You done had a 3-year trial. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes some people can't take you to the next level.
You got to admit it. It is what it is. He can get you to this place, but that's his ceiling stops right there. That's what's going on.
That's right.
And that's where he is.
You see your friend, but sometimes you gotta say, hey, sometimes you gotta go and say, hey, we done went as far as we could go.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he needs that new voice to come in to take him to an even bigger height.
I tell you what, it better turn around quick, Coach, because they are, the way I look at it is that I believe that Kellen Moore, because they ain't gonna stop it. I mean, he is what he is. If it's a one and done, or if not a deep run, as Jerry says, I believe Kellen Moore gonna get everybody fired, everybody, and he ain't gonna have to worry about it anyway. And so it is gonna be what it is. I hope they don't make.
Well, yeah, he gonna get everybody fired.
Yeah,
hey, listen,
except him.
And listen, big time. Nobody, what we see, right? Don't believe. I think Kellen Moore thinks that nobody else sees. It's some old high school coach me and some other guys that armchair quarterbacks can see it, and you can hear it in the interviews from your players. And they don't say it directly, but you can read between the lines what they're saying.
Oh yeah.
You think the rest of the NFL going to hire Kellen Moore? Listen, the rest of the NFL didn't hire Jason Garrett.
There you go.
So you think the rest of the people going to hire Kellen Moore? No.
The only people,
just know that
the only people that would hire Kellen Moore is a college team, and he would actually flourish in his offense in college. But it's the NFL. You can't do that here. But we've been saying the same thing for the last 3 years.
Big time. He went flourish. I'm telling you, when he gets a job, he's gonna blow up like him. He's gonna blow up like him because those things I point out about design, right?
Yeah.
That's only working because you got some marquee players. If you ain't got marquee players,
gotta get it done.
Woo!
Gotta get it done. Gotcha. I appreciate you.
Thank you for the time, brother.
I appreciate you, Coach. Thank you so much. You out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the one and only. Y'all know who he is. A frequent visitor of the show. My guy, Coach Marr. Appreciate him always dropping knowledge. Phone line is open. I'm here with you. I'm going to come on probably tomorrow in the afternoon, so y'all get ready. Some of y'all working. I'm not. I'm off until to January. I work at a school, so the kids are out. Nobody's there, so I'm here. So y'all going to be seeing a lot of me these next 2 to 3 weeks or whatever. I'm going to be like Boss and West Coast and all of guys here in law. Every time you turn on, they notification up. They doing videos. I did a video today. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it. Terry says 7 years of that. Same results. This is results oriented business, just my opinion. Your opinion is validated. However, I will give slight pushback, Terry, on that. From where Dak was drafted, there aren't too many fourth-round quarterbacks who have achieved the level of Dak. I'll say that. Appreciate you, Joe. They just haven't. To come from where he came from. Remember how he got the job. He got it by injury, and he's never let it go. That's because he was playing good football. But the problem with Dak is kind of what you just said, or somebody said earlier. The problem with Dak is, see, most of us say we want Dak to throw the ball under 30 times. And me, I say between 23 and 27 times because I feel like they're the strongest point of the team, obviously, is the running game. That's what brought us to the dance. That's what got us to all these wins. But we have an identity crisis at times. We believe Dak Prescott should be running the show. That's fine. If he's capable, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't work. Sometimes he have to warm up. Sometimes he have to come back and he'll get hot and come back and all that kind of stuff. The problem is this with that. And it's not his fault. It's the expectations. the expectations of his contract is what the reason why everybody's go off on Dak. It's just that simple. Because when you pay a guy that amount of money, not only do you expect him to do some great things, but you also expect him, when you pay this type of money, those type of quarterbacks erase mistakes. See what I'm saying? You want this guy to it's kind of like, and I'm not knocking Dak at all, but it's kind of like Joe Burrow a couple weeks ago. Joe Burrow played without Mixon. He played without his number 2 and 3 wide receiver. Number 1 and number 2 receiver, and Joe went out there and lit folks up. You got Mahomes. He lost Tyreek Hill. Everybody saying how he gonna win. Well, you see what he doing. That's expectation. They want the ball in Mahomes' hand, throwing it 50 times a game. You want Burrow throwing it 40 times a game because that's the strong point of your team, your quarterback. Kind of like the game we watching now. The Packers want Aaron Rodgers to throw the ball. They want it. Even though they got Aaron Jones and Dillon back there, the Green Bay Packers say, look, yes, we have Aaron Jones. Yes, we have Dillon. But the strong point of our team is Aaron Rodgers. So we don't mind him throwing it 40 times. We don't want that at Dallas. We don't want Dak Prescott throwing the ball that much. But what we want him to do with those 23 to 27 times, you want him to have a first half like he had. You want Dak Prescott to go, if he's throwing 27 times, you want him to go at least 22 to 23 out of 27. That's what you want. The contract, you want him almost to be perfect. And he's not. We all know that. He's not. He'll tell you that. But what has messed Dak up is when he put his name on that contract, everybody raised their expectations. Like, yeah, you paying 40. I need to see. You don't even say playoff game. We say we need to see the Super Bowl. That's what we say. 40 million. And if we don't get there and we have games like this, then that's what, and again, not his fault. Dak had a good game yesterday. If you just really look at it, Dak had a good game. That wasn't his fault. And the interception on them, Noah Brown. The first one was. But Dak was cooking yesterday. I mean, I'm still gonna stick with it with the route. I call it like it is. I just don't know which team gonna show up every week. I knew, I hate to say this, and I'm not saying it. Please don't mess me up here by thinking I'm saying something here, because I'm not. When Cooper Rush was the quarterback, I knew what we were going to do. I knew it. I knew who was going to get the ball. You were putting the ball in your hands of your best player. I knew it was going to happen. My question is, when did that change? Because you ain't putting it in the hands of your best players now. You died. You done had an identity crisis. You think Dak is on that level as the best player on the team. He's not. I asked y'all that question the other day. Out of offensively and defensively, name your top Cowboys. Dak wasn't even on some of y'all lists. I said, name the top 5. One person. It was Joe. Joe right here. Joe was the only person that had Dak Prescott in the top 5 of the best players on the team. Some of y'all kept going. Y'all had Dak almost at about 6, 7, or 8. When I ask you who the best player on Kansas City Chiefs team is Mahomes. Y'all know that. Cincinnati, y'all gonna say Burrow. Packers, like y'all watching now, y'all gonna say it's Aaron Rodgers still. I say the Buccaneers, you gonna say Brady. If I say the Chargers, you gonna say Justin Herbert. You say the Dallas Cowboys, you need to be saying it's Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott. See what I'm saying? It's the difference. But the identity crisis is wrong. Kellen Moore believed that Dak Prescott need to just air it out. He's not that type of quarterback, y'all. He's not. He's a complimentary quarterback. That's what he is. I got 7 years of proof. I know what he is. I'm saying it. He is a complimentary, excellent short to intermediate throw quarterback. Down the field is where he have his little issues. From 0 to 12 yards, Dak will destroy you. Throwing the tight ends is incredible. Throwing down the field, that's what the issues are. It is. Y'all don't want to be honest. It's just the truth. I mean, we got 7 years to see this. We done seen it. He ain't really running no more. I mean, that's another whole issue right there. But it ain't he really not running no more. He'll do it every now and then. You know, they call me with a little zone read, and that he punished the guys before. That's how you look. Well, you know, I'm not saying he Lamar Jackson, but look, when Lamar Jackson plays, we already know it's a three-head monster. J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, and Lamar Jackson gonna be running the football. It's gonna happen. Dak Prescott had that quality. He did. Dak Prescott had that quality, y'all. And I don't understand. I don't understand why we had this identity crisis. I don't understand it. And it's going to bite us. You know, I'm hoping that I hope that whatever game, somebody in the office need to say, okay, pull out the game plans that we had for Cooper Rush. We exclusively punish folks running the football. Somebody need to go in the locker room and say, this is what needs to be done. That's what Coach Marv was talking about. Somebody need to say, we're gonna run this same game plan that worked for us. Cooper Rush, and we're not airing it out. We're not lining up a shotgun. We're not doing all these goddamn reverses. We ain't doing all these Q plays. We're going to punish folks and hit them in the mouth by pushing these guys off the ball. We got these 2 stud running backs. We got a third one in Malik Davis if needed. We are going to run the football. We're going to play action pass off of it. It's really that simple, y'all. They changed the game plan when Dak came back. We knew it. I couldn't have said it better. Joe just said it right there. That's what happened. We got identity crisis. With Cooper Rush, we were playing bully ball because it was a purposeful attack to run the football. It was purposeful. We running. We know y'all got 8 in the box. We don't care. We running. We know y'all know Ezekiel getting the ball. We know y'all know Pollard about to get it. We don't care. We're going to run the football. Something has changed. Something has changed. We have turned into the Cowboys of old, a quote unquote balanced attack. And somebody gonna say, "Hey, we number one." You know, since Dak been back, he's number one. Yeah, it's fine. But the argument tonight is situational football. That's the argument tonight. I think we're horrible. To be so good, we're horrible. To be so good, we're horrible. When the chips really at the middle of the table, when it's pressure time, where you separate the men from the boys, where greatness awaits you. It's during these times that some of these guys done took advantage. They got gold jackets on. They're Hall of Famers now because of taking advantage of the moments. That's the difference. When the moment comes, how do you respond? Right now, we ain't responding. It ain't just started now. We don't respond well. And ladies and gentlemen, when we get to the playoffs, that's really what the playoffs are all about. Moments. Can you take advantage of the moment? The moment when the moment comes, when it's time to buckle up the chin strap, when it's time to go to work, can you take advantage of the moment? And there's been a lot of games, y'all, that we just ain't found. We ain't took advantage of the moments. Yesterday adds to that chapter. I'm done. I talk too much. I'll see y'all tomorrow at some point in time. Just turn your live notifications on. I'm coming. We're going to flip the page. I done got all my little griping out the way, crying, whatever you want to call it, complaints, whatever you want to call it. I'm done. I'm on to Philadelphia now. I'm on to Philadelphia. You got to turn it around. We don't need to be having a downward spiral going we all the way to the playoffs. Need to get some momentum going now. Joe says actually called 40 Russia plays the only problem. Didn't manage the clock well at the end. I think he should have ran it 50 times. Especially when they weren't stopping us. You know what I'm saying? He did call it 40, but the clock management, this is what Coach Marvin and I am saying. He didn't know what I was going to talk about. The coaching is extremely questionable. Somebody gonna say, "Well, we won 10 games. Now we're 10-4." Yeah, we won 10-4, but a lot of them 4 losses are revealing the same issues. Coaching, whether it's by game plan or clock management, we're very questionable. We're questionable, y'all. We got a few weeks to try our best to fix it. I hope we do. I do. I hope we do. But we gotta figure this out, because if we don't, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have a problem. We're gonna be talking about the same thing that we finished up with last year. We're gonna be saying the same things. I'm saying the same things right now that I've been saying almost a whole year and a half. It's the same thing. Can't stop the run. Been saying that forever. Kellen Moore, been saying that forever. Coach McCarthy. At some point, something got to change. Hope they get it together. All right, I'm out. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging with me. Thank you, Shane, Joe, Coach, Ms. Smith on Power Beam. Thank you for hanging with me. It's time to go. Y'all enjoy the rest of the evening. I'm through. I need to go. I done cried so much I almost need to go wipe my eye with a towel. Y'all done heard me cry about the Dallas Cowboys. I'm all cried out. I'm done. I'm going to Philadelphia, y'all. You'll see what happened. I will open it up with Philadelphia with this one. And then you'll hear me say this tomorrow. This is my only point. I'll be done. Thank you, Joe. Y'all already know what to do. Y'all go ahead and get them clapping motors together. Y'all knew it was coming. Except on Podbean. Podbean, I got something for you. Hold on. I'll say this about the Cowboys going to Philadelphia. Then I'm done. They ought to be ticked off. They ought to be playing Saturday, Christmas Eve, with some aggression and fire. They ought to be ticked off. That's all I got to say. They ought to be ready right now. Everybody should be ticked off. Everybody should be ready to play on Saturday. Ticked off to the maximum. I'm talking about ready to run through a wall. They should be ready. I keep hearing about Hurts play. I didn't care if Jalen Hurts played or not. and look like he probably ain't gonna play. He really don't need to. Division over. It's Gardner Minshew, whoever they got as they starter. We should be ready to knock his teeth out. Ooh, y'all said, oh my God, the preacher is just look. Football's a violent sport. It ain't kumbaya moment. It ain't got nothing to do with Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. This is violence at its finest. Legalized violence. Knock somebody out at full speed. We should be ready to play on Saturday. That's all I'm gonna say about Philadelphia. I'll give you more tomorrow. They should be ready to go. All right. Thank you, Joe. Let's go ahead and crank it up, y'all. Give me them hand claps, please. I'm getting ready to exactly. Good night, Miss Smith. Appreciate you hanging with me. Stay with me, Miss Smith. You ain't gonna hear me here, but I got something for you. I know y'all want to clap. So I got it for you. Ladies and gentlemen, until tomorrow, this has been the Big Time Show.